Yo, what's good, family? Welcome back to the Urban Concrete. You know how we do it here. We break down the culture. We look at the foundation and we see who's really standing on business and who's just out here selling Volf tickets. Today, we got to talk about that heat that went down between Anton Daniels and the comedian Corey Holcomb. This wasn't just a regular internet beef. This was a clash of mindsets, a collision between the corporate street and that old school prison mentality that has been holding the culture hostage for way too long. We're diving deep into the facts, the psychology, and the linguistic roots of why this moment matters. So, sit back, get your mind right, and let's explore the story. Now, the sources tell us this whole thing popped off because Corey Holcomb tried to put a clown suit on Anton. See, Corey is used to being the big dog on his platform, but Anton came in with a different kind of energy. Corey started accusing Anton of dancing around and kissing Caucasian male's ass. That's a classic street tactic when you can't beat a man's logic. You question his blackness or his loyalty to the culture, but Anton wasn't having it. He gave Corey that same energy right back. When Corey told him he was sucking, Anton flipped the script and told Corey, "Well, you like to suck black people's right now." The argument here is about reciprocity. Anton's logic was simple. You can't control how people respond when you choose to disrespect them first. You come at somebody sideways, you better be prepared for what you get back. It's a two-way street, and Anton made sure Corey understood that. Let's analyze the physical reaction. Anton reported that when things got heated, Corey Holcomb, a 57-year-old man, started shaking like a stripper. He was trying to hold the mic, but the nerves were getting the best of him. Why was he shaking? Anton breaks it down as a defense mechanism. See, Corey was being outwitted. Anton was bringing the intellectual heat, talking about local voting, the transatlantic slave trade, and his identity as a Christian first. Corey couldn't keep up with the intellectual flow, so he tried to box him in and move the goalposts. The argument is that when a man is intellectually limited, he resorts to physical intimidation or loud talking to hide his fear. Corey got up, switched chairs, and tried to boss up. But Anton saw right through the barking dog routine. Anton even offered to go out back and settle it away from the cameras. And what happened? Corey sat back down, shook his hand, and went back to being a comedian. The bluff was called, and the tough guy act crumbled. We got to look at the linguistic roots and the cultural history behind Corey's arguments. Anton points out that Corey is rocking a prison mentality. This is a mindset pervasive in urban culture, where respect is demanded through threats and tough guy personas, rather than earned through character or intellect. This prison mindset is popular on YouTube because it's entertaining, but as Anton argues, it's trash. We're looking up to comedians, rappers, and athletes who don't actually live out what they advocate for. Corey uses street language to gatekeep who is really black, but Anton, a software engineer father, and a man married for 21 years is showing that the real urban concrete is built on stability, not just being tough for the cameras. It's about building a legacy, not just a reputation. It's about substance over style, and Anton brought the substance. Here's the heavy hitter argument Anton made. The culture is trash because we don't have real heroes. We pedestalize people who are intellectually limited and taking the community straight to hell. Anton's background influences his perspective heavily. He's coming from corporate America, he's a Christian, and he's a family man. His linguistic style is matter of fact and candid. He's not interested in the gimmick. He exposed Corey as a bully who picks and chooses his targets, noting how Corey tiptoed around his opinion on Dave Chappelle because he was actually scared. He called out the double standard, the fake toughness. Anton's point is that we celebrate the loudest voice in the room, not necessarily the wisest, and that's a dangerous game for any community to play. So why did Anton go so hard? Because someone had to go into that arena and take on that mentality. He wanted to show the world that these tough guys are often just performing for the internet. When you remove the fence, the cameras and the yes men, they amount to practically nothing. This story isn't just about a fight. It's about the evolution of the black man in the digital age. Are we going to keep rewarding the prison mindset that leads to nowhere? Or are we going to start respecting the man who can stand his ground intellectually, spiritually, and physically without the stripper shake? It's a question of what we value. Do we value the performance of strength, or do we value actual demonstrated strength in all its forms? Anton Daniels didn't pull any punches. He called out the hypocrisy and the yes men surrounding Corey. He showed that being a bigger person isn't always about staying quiet. Sometimes it's about exposing the weakness in a bully to help the culture grow. Corey Holcomb might be a legend in the comedy game, but on this day, the facts show he met his match in a man who refused to be intimidated by a persona. Anton stood on his principles, and he didn't back down. What do you think? Is the prison mentality killing the culture? Or was Anton taking it too far? Drop a comment below. Keep it professional. Keep it real. This is the Urban Concrete, and we're out. Peace.